What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and the Chinese spy balloon that we have been talking about for the last couple of days has been blown out of the sky. I think a lot of you have already seen some of the videos. I shared the full video from multiple different angles over on my second channel, Fat and Opinionated, but it got blown out of the sky, and people are celebrating. But what I want you all to do is I want you all to just pause, even if just for a millisecond, and really let it soak in what we just witnessed. Really think about it. I don't think a lot of people understand how serious this is. Never in my lifetime did I think that I would ever see, let's just call it what it is, an enemy aircraft enter into American airspace. This is going to impact not only America, but the rest of the world for years to come. Who knows where we go from here? But this is a serious escalation while we're already on the brinks of, just war breaking out across the entire world, for a lack of better words. So I want everyone to really let this sink in. Really think about the fact that we just witnessed a foreign aircraft get blown out of the sky by fighter jets over the skies of South Carolina. That hits way too close to home for me. And as I record this video knowing that this spy balloon traveled over many of your homes. Some of you all watching this video live in South Carolina and probably witnessed this with your own eyes. We just witnessed our military have to use missiles on our own airspace. I was going to say soil, but in our own country, we just watched fighter jets shoot down a foreign invader, if you will. This is not something to take lightly. And like I said, I'm not trying to drum up any fear or panic here, but what do you think comes after this? What do you honestly think comes after this? Now, let's go ahead and hop into some of the information that is trickling out there right now about how this went down and what happens next. A senior U.S. military official says that one air-to-air missile fired by an F-22 at 58,000 feet, an A-9X missile brought down China's spy balloon. The balloon was at 60 to 65,000 feet when shot. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people question, including myself, why we didn't shoot this balloon down before now. And yeah, I think we should have took this thing down before it even entered into our airspace when we know that it's headed our way. You understand? But at times, this balloon was flying almost too high to really target with a lot of the weapons that we have in our arsenal because it was flying at such a high altitude. And a lot of these jets that we have, these fighter jets and military aircraft, they don't even fly at the altitude that this balloon was flying in or floating in. But let's go further. Military officials are saying that another reason they waited to shoot down the balloon was because the surveillance balloon's overflight of the U.S. territory was of intelligence value to them. They say they can't go into more details, but they were able to study and scrutinize the balloon and its equipment, which has been valuable. A senior military official said multiple Navy and Coast Guard vessels are in the area, now establishing a security perimeter and searching for debris on the waters to ensure the safety of civilians. We will provide, under NORTHCOM command and control, a salvage vessel, the U.S. Navy, which will be on scene within a couple of days. The debris is in 47 feet of water primarily. the recovery that will make it this will make the recovery easier because we actually planned for much deeper water. And the U.S. officials just keep going on to say that they were able to gather a lot of intelligence during this balloon's flight across the U.S. They are even claiming that they were able to block the balloon from gathering intel during its overflight of the U.S., but they were able to turn the tables and gather intel from the balloon itself and its equipment. So basically what they're saying is that they used this situation to their advantage, that they studied the path and the flight pattern of this balloon. Mind you, this balloon actually had propellers and it was somewhat maneuverable. I was questioning that in prior videos yesterday and the day before, how much control they had over this balloon. But yes, it has propellers. They are able to control its flight pattern somewhat. But of course, the wind and everything else plays a factor as well. But they studied the pattern, the movements, where this balloon was hovering over, where it was gathering intel. At least that's what they claim. Honestly, I think that they got caught. I think the American government and the military, whoever you want to blame, I think that we as a country got caught looking stupid here. Also, I don't think that if people weren't sighting and spotting this balloon the entire way, I don't think that we would have ever have known about this happening, period. So I question a lot of this. Oh, don't worry, everyone. We blocked them from gathering intelligence, but we gathered our own intelligence. I get like that you're studying like where this thing is flying and things like that, but honestly, I think this is them trying to save face, but that's just my opinion. I'm sure they gathered some information here, but how could that information be more beneficial than the information that China has been gathering along the way? But I mean, it just goes to show how close we are to a major conflict. And I think we're going to see it in our lifetime. I think we'll see it within the next 10 years. If things keep going on this trajectory, maybe even sooner. I talk about it all the time. China is gearing up to invade Taiwan. You know, we are supposed to, if there's any military action taken against Taiwan, America has an obligation to step up and defend Taiwan. Will we really do it? I don't know. But if we do, then we're going to be at war with China sometime soon. So what was the point of all of this is the question that is on everyone's mind. China has plenty of ways to spy on us. They could spy on us through, you know, our cell phones. They could spy on us through technology. They could spy on us from satellites. I can't help but feel like this was a statement. And I somewhat feel like this story, at the very least, has been used to America's advantage, because think about it. I don't know how you felt, but I've seen tons of videos, and I know the feeling I felt inside when we watched that damn balloon get blown out of the sky. It's like that, yeah, America, America. You know, you're cheering for your country. Yeah, we just shot down the spy balloon, the evil Chinese invader spy balloon. And I can't help but feel that that's the reaction they want from us, because they're trying to go ahead and get us ready for what's to come. They want to drum up support and things like that for the next big military conflict that I think is on the horizon, and it's going to happen sometime soon. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I mean, it looks like the powers that be want this thing to pop off soon. It doesn't look like our government is really trying to stop it. We're also provoking Russia. There's so many things going on right now in the world theater, if you will. And I know a lot of people are saying that this story is a story that's used as a distraction to distract people from other stories, because we do got other big news stories going on right now with Pfizer and a bunch of other stuff that's going on. But me, I've always had the ability to focus on multiple news stories at a time. I mean, having a YouTube channel helps, because sometimes I cover up to 6 different stories a day. And now I got multiple YouTube channels going. Sometimes I got, certain news stories over here, certain news stories over there. So I've grown accustomed to paying attention to a lot of things at once, but I know that the general public, you know, a lot of them don't do that. So I understand why people may think this is a distraction, but I mean, when you have a Chinese spy balloon flying overhead, it's hard not to talk about it and hard not to pay attention to it. And this is, make no mistake about it, one of the biggest news stories that we're going to see, you know, possibly in our lifetimes. Like I said, I never in a million years thought that I would see foreign aircraft being shot down off the coast of South Carolina. There are people chilling at Myrtle Beach and chilling on the beach in South Carolina right now that just witnessed a military aircraft have to use a missile to shoot down a Chinese spy balloon. That is really mind-blowing, but everything else in the world is so crazy right now that we've kind of become desensitized to this stuff. But let me know your thoughts about all of this down in the comment section. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.